Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be diving back into Skyrim and I'm going to be showing you some of the most exciting mods that have been taking over Nexus lately and have quickly become fan favorites over the past few weeks. Whether it be combat or graphical or even a furniture mod. I don't think I'll actually be featuring a furniture mod in this video, but if I do, these might just be some of the next favorite mods that you have in your mod list. So make sure you hit that like button down below, because today's video is going to be amazing. And also, thank you for watching the video anyway. First mod up today adds a new weapon to your game called the Ivory Bow by Fourth Unknown. This mod, just like every other fourth mod, has a bit of lore surrounding this bow, revolving around being made from a dragon's remain and pretty much being the only way to hurt dragons, back then at least. And just from that synopsis, you can probably already assume that this bow is going to be extremely powerful. It's definitely not overpowered, but you can definitely see why this is going to be required towards the end of your game, along with the arrows provided for this bow, which is also unique. This bow is definitely far from the other normal bows of Skyrim, which you can probably tell just from the size difference this bow has. It isn't meant for normal combat, but instead for slaying giant creatures that you come across. And based on the timing of this bow's birth, it was definitely made from dragons for other dragons. But I guess you'll probably end up spending most of your time on giants. But as usual, to find this bow, it is placed in your game, but it is placed inside of kind of a riddle in the description of the mod. But for you guys, since I do love you, why not show you it? This next mod is one of my personal favorites now. This mod is called Dynamic Looting and Harvesting Animations by Overhauled. This mod has new animations when you loot items and harvest them, just like the title suggests. The first time I actually saw and used this mod, I knew I had to keep it, because now you can see your character as they activate small objects and you would actually see them grab and put it in their back pocket of infinite space. So that can be anything from flowers to arrows or even small miscellaneous items like mammoth cheese. I haven't tested with many items, but considering the mod page tells you what exactly is covered, it made this much easier. This is definitely one of those super immersive mods that everyone should grab. And telling by the downloads that this mod already has in less than 3 weeks, I would assume a lot of people know that already. I mean, it does have quite a few requirements to get working, but most of these are optional and you should have them in your list anyway. But I do wonder just how far this mod can really go in the future. I can't wait to see this mod crack 100,000 downloads because it's definitely coming. And why not add their other mod on top of this one? This mod is called Immersive Fishing, also by Overhauled, but I just said that. This mod has new fishing animations for you to view when you start fishing, and also when you stop fishing. These don't provide any new benefits to your character, nor will they hold you down. This is purely cosmetic, but at least now you won't really be just seeing a pop-up of a fish and then it teleports to your inventory. Each time you actually complete a fishing trip instead of failing, it will show up in your character's hand, and each model of the fish will also show varying in sizes. Based on the description, it is compatible with a lot of fishing mods and actually incorporates the changes that those mods make. So if you do end up using them or just have them in your list already, just place this mod after them and then you'll have really dang fishing animations. Or you can just not use those because this mod works either way. The next mod up is an overhaul called WiZkiD's Hunter's Camp Overhaul. This mod massively changes up every hunter camp, making them all appear unique to their location and the name of the camp. Previously I did review this mod, but I'm returning and doing it again, just because of the impact this mod is making on everyone's list lately, along with the fact that it has since updated. It's updated a few times actually. But as you can see, this mod doesn't just change the texture of a camp, and not even just the landscape of it, but it also adds new items to the camp that weren't previously in Skyrim, so it is specific to this mod only. This mod is a little weird if you add it mid-game. Well, to be honest, you shouldn't really be adding any mod mid-game because that will mess up your game. But I didn't notice any major game breaking issues until I removed the mod. When I tried to remove the mod mid-game, NPCs started off headless and naked. But aside from that, the FPS aspect of this mod, I didn't really notice a hit, even though it massively changed up the camp. And when I say camp, I do just strictly mean Hunter's Camp. This mod doesn't touch bandit camps because maybe that'll be a mod for later. Next mod up is a combat mod named Dynamic Dodge Shot by Smooth. This mod makes bows useful in the early game for more than just stealth archery by allowing you to dodge and shoot. This mod also does use iframe, which basically means that when you dodge you will actually be invulnerable, at least for a second, because that's pretty much how long the dodge lasts. I really like this version. It seems like it was more made for rogue characters and it actually blends in well with my game rather than just looking strictly feminine, so you don't have to worry about it feeling out of place or one-shotting enemies like the other mod. This is the most balanced and updated version of the previous mod, which I just mentioned, which was Bow Rapid Combo. I didn't actually test if you can use the two together, but this mod is definitely better with the two in my opinion, my personal opinion, but that's only due to balancing reasons. Both are pretty cool looking. This mod, based on the description, is also compatible with all dodge mods. I use Dodge Modern Combat Overhaul, or DMCO for short, but for people that have been looking for a new dodge mod since the newest version of Skyrim came out, and people have been struggling to find a dodge mod that actually is updated, TK Dodge got an update called NG, which allows for every version of Skyrim to use the same TK Dodge, so I advise to use that. The next mod up is maybe a mod you can add on to the previous mod. This mod is called Flailin Around by Guild. I wanted to showcase this mod previously because of how cool it looks and fun, but this mod is a bunch of flails with new animations that trigger when you swing. I love that I didn't need to download a bunch of mods just to get the animations to trigger because it works pretty well, and it works with faster HDT, which everyone already pretty much uses in 2024, so that mod shouldn't really be much of a requirement for anyone. So this mod was essentially a plug and play for me. This mod has a total of 34 new weapons, and all can be crafted based on the smithing perks required to obtain them, because each flail is based on tiered items, like ebony. You can pretty much go crazy with this mod though, because you can definitely temper every weapon and enchant them as well. There's pretty much no restrictions, and that's what makes this mod great. And the best part I will have to add is that this mod isn't even done yet. Based on the description for this mod, Guild plans to update this even more. I wonder if that means that we might get a new weapon like the Ivy Sword from Soul Calibur. But the actual idea of adding physics to weapons instead of them just tying directly into animation was a great idea in my opinion. It might have a little kinks here and there, but I'm sure this is a great idea that we can improve on later, because I mean, modding does never stop evolving. Next up, we have a new armor mod called Crown Plate Set by Pull Charm, adding in another very unique armor based on the Red Guard. But I swear to myself, when I think of Red Guard lore, I never imagined this kind of armor, but I do trust Pull Charm, so it must be in there somewhere. This set also does come with its own weapon just to match everything and just complete it all together. This one though, unlike the previous ones with the similar theme, isn't super colorful, but it definitely gets the idea across of what Pull Charm was aiming for. To get this set, you do have to craft it, and you can do that at pretty much any forge, once you get the advanced smithing perk. And due to it being the advanced smithing perk, it means that it's not going to be a very good in-game armor. Honestly, we need good non-in-game armor so we can look stylish through every part of our Skyrim journey. Even if we only play for like 4 hours, then end up modding our list even more, and then we have to start over. I blame mod authors like this, always making good free mods for us so we don't have to pay. Such a shame. So let's just hope for the sake of modding that all mods stay free for the near future, or at least 95% of them. The next mod up is a quest mod named Infiltration Quest Expansion. Another part of J-Serpa's expansion series. This mod changes up the way that the Infiltration quest is even started and done, adding in a full story and letting you actually pick your side.
I wish we could offer more help, but our last attack went sour, and we're all that is left. Good luck.
I sense an element of tenacity about you. Perhaps you can solve a slight complication for me.
Of course, the choices aren't that easy as usual because you can pretty much join both sides and then turn on the other one before the end. But maybe it's pretty obvious on which side you should actually go with. Or maybe it's not. There is no right answer here anymore. Nor is the outcome of this quest set in stone. Your choices actually matter here. Now you can settle this peacefully, or you can just end up killing both of them if the choice is too hard. It's pretty much all up to you, and that is what makes this expansion so great. Of course, none of the options are going to be easy, because neither of them will go down without a fight, unless you persuade them into leaving peacefully, which is also an option now. And even though you still have to battle your way through the minions to even get to either side, it's going to be a great way to level up, so it makes the story much better now. And now that there is multiple ways to end this story, I decided not to show any of them, just so you can experience them yourself and actually go and download this mod. Next up, we got a new armor mod called Skull Commander Armor by Chukaku. And if I said your name wrong, I give you 100% permission to trash talk me. But this mod is a full set of armor that has HDT physics, along with wonderful cube maps. Almost orgasmic, to be honest. But the best part is, well, I mean besides those physics, is the fact that this mod also comes with its own mount if you download the optional file called Undead Horse. and this mount matches the armor so well, kinda giving me Witcher vibes honestly. Maybe we might even get a patch to have this replace Arvak so it doesn't have to be a completely new creature. Not that me personally I ever use Arvak, but I'd use it just because Arvak would look amazing like this. Disclaimer though, this armor does require the ebony smithing perk to craft, so it's not that hard to get. But where you get the horse from? I have absolutely no idea. It would be kinda awkward if this horse was already an Arvak replacer and I just didn't know, but I'm 70% sure that it isn't. But if it is, I'm sure Chukaku will let me know down in my comments. The next up and last mod of today is the mod by the name of Follower Dialogue Expansion. This time for Mjoll the Lioness, adding well over 160 lines to her for immersion and lore expansion reasons. This is a continuation of the previous mod, which I was already using, but that one was for Aella, and now that Mjoll has been expanded at least a little bit, maybe now I can have fun with her in my party. But not in the way that you're thinking of, it just sounded wrong. You probably have Skyrim brain. These lines are dynamic, they get added when you talk to her or whenever you just complete a new quest. This isn't going to massively expand on her because then it would make a lot of mods incompatible, like namely appearance overhauls, which a lot of people do. But due to the mod's nature and simplicity, nearly everything is compatible with it. And WiZkiD does say 100% compatible with everything, but I just take that as a challenge to find a mod that is incompatible. I haven't found one yet, but I'm gonna keep looking. But that was it for today guys, let me know what you thought down below in the comments, but as of right now, I do want to point out again that this wasn't in any particular order, just the best new mods. So make sure you hit that like button down below, and maybe subscribe. And I hope you all have a great rest of your week. Peace and love guys.